What up and what's poppin'? It's your dog Breeze from Fahrenheit 451, part of the Fourth and Gold Network. We're burning the books alive. Joined by my special guest, El Brumo, making his first appearance this season as we went 1-0 on our John Collins points over bet yesterday. Took him over 17. He ended up with like 28. We should have laddered him up. Unit management didn't want to put too much on one game. Nevertheless, back with my best bets in the NBA for November 15th. First up, from the Cleveland Cavaliers, I'll be taking the Spider-Man, Donovan Mitchell, over 25 points, minus 125 odds over at FanDuel. 34, 30, 19, and 36 points in his last 4 games versus the Bulls. Donovan Mitchell has been cooking right now. They don't have anybody to guard him. On Chicago, I'm sure Zach LaVine will, he'll do his best. Ayo Dosunmu and whatnot. But Donovan Mitchell's been cooking. I just look for him to continue to cook. He's having a phenomenal season. And I believe that continues versus Chicago. Next up, from the New York Knicks, he is questionable. So we're going to tread lightly on this one. Cat Daddy, Karl Anthony Towns. I'm taking him to go over his 25-point prop at minus 135 odds over at Bet365. Cat, 34, 32, 30, 21, and 46 points in his last 5 games. 27 and 28 points the last 2 versus the Nets, who are allowing the 5th most points to center. The Nets really don't have a real center or a real big man for that matter. So Cat is questionable. I believe it's a lower body injury. I want to say an ankle or a knee. I don't want to get him. I think I'm confusing him with Nurkic. But it's either an ankle or a knee. One guy has one, the other guy has the other. So if he's good to go, he should walk in at 25. Might be a first half cash. Next, I was debating on, what shirt I was gonna wear for the picks today. Almost put the Thunder shirt or the jersey on. But from the Oklahoma City Thunder, SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, I took him for his 30 points, minus 140 odds over at FanDuel. SGA, 45 and 29 points in his last 2 games on 21 and 25 field goal attempts. 32, 48, 39, 35, and 35 points in his last 5 games versus Phoenix, who allows the 4th most points to point guards. In his last 5 games versus Phoenix, where he scored no less than 32 points, he's had 22 field goal attempts or more in all 5 of those games. So not only should SGA cook up Tyus Jones, Devin Booker, and the crew, nobody to guard him on their roster, it's also somewhat of a volume play. Not a pure volume play, but somewhat of a volume play as he's getting 22 field goal attempts or more up a game. Next, from the Grindhouse, from the Memphis Grizzlies, I'm taking Jaren Jackson Jr. to go over his 22.5 points prop. Got that at minus 115 over at ESPN Bet. Triple J, 29 and 39 points in his last 2 out of 3 games. 27 and 28 points in his last 2 games versus who are the Grizzlies playing? Versus OKC. Jaren Jackson Jr., 27 and 28 points in his last 2 games versus Golden State Warriors. I might have just said OKC. My bad. It's late, like 5 o'clock in the morning. However, Ja Morant is out for this game, and Desmond Bane will probably be out with a groin injury. He's a game-time decision. In games without Ja Morant and without Desmond Bane, Jaren Jackson Jr. has had 40, 35, 39, and 29 points in his last 4 out of 5 games without his 2 running mates. Last but not least, from the Chicago Bulls, I'm taking Zach the Mac, king of the trade block, LaVine, to go over his 20 points, minus 130 over at Bet365. Zach, 26 and 31 points in his last 2 games. 26, 33, and 26 points his last 3 out of 4 games versus Cleveland, with 17 or more field goal attempts in those 3 games. So this is definitely a volume play. I mean, you know, the offense comes from LaVine, Kobe White, and Vucevic. I do look for Zach LaVine and Donovan Mitchell to go back and forth and put on a scoring clinic later tonight. So, in recap, I'll be taking the Spider-Man, Donovan Mitchell, for 25 points, Cat Daddy, Karl-Anthony Towns for 25 points, SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander for 30 points, Triple J, Jaren Jackson Jr. for 23 points, and last but not least, Zach LaVine, Zach Avril Lavigne for 20 points. Like, comment, and subscribe for your daily sports betting videos and analysis. Let's keep burning them. As always, I will see you tomorrow. If you want all my plays as soon as I post them for just $5 a month, come on and join the dark side, man. Come on and join the 451 gang and subscribe to the Patreon. I will link that down below. Like I said, it's super early. We got a bunch of injury news coming out. So, you know, just stay tuned to the socials for any added plays or any, you know, free plays I give away, any, you know, ladder challenges or, you know, anything of that nature. 4 steps to 400, you know, all that good jazz. With that being said, man, love, peace, and fish grease. Thank you for tuning in. Let me know what you're taking down low, man. Let's get the comment section popping. Let me know what you're taking down low. Let me know, you know, what you would like to see from the channel. You know, let me know what you don't like. Let me know what you disagree on. Let me, in the comment section, man, hop down low and let me know what's on your mind. All right. Let's continue to run up some units, man. I'll see y'all in a minute.